Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Ski Summit Real Estate Show number 111. We are going to check out today what is in your mailbox. It is the new tax assessment. If you got that and your property looks overvalued, don't stress about it. We're going to go into a little bit how you might be able to appeal that and what that takes. So we've got that, some other local news that you're not going to want to miss out on, so stay tuned. Let's check it out.
Ever dreamed of living in the heart of the Colorado mountains? Join me, Matt Dayton, Breckenridge native, Olympian, and mountain real estate expert. Here on the Ski Summit Show, we dive into everything you need to know about buying, investing, and living in iconic ski towns like Breckenridge, Frisco, and Keystone. From mountain real estate trends to investment opportunities, we bring you on the inside to help you make the most of your mountain life.
Welcome to the Ski Summit Real Estate Show number 111. I'm your host, Matt Dayton, Cornerstone Real Estate. I'm here with Benji. Benji Does, my live producer and sidekick. Hey, Benji.
Howdy do. How are you guys doing? Have you guys thawed into your mud season yet?
We're still in mud season. Took the dog out and he destroyed the car yesterday.
Oh, no way.
Yes. So, yep, we're in it, man. We just got a few more inches of snow last night. So just when you think that you're going to see spring here, it snows. Avalanche danger is high right now. So if you're thinking about going in the backcountry, this new snow has created a little bit of a hazard. So be careful. But
All right.
yeah, we're still in winter kind of mode.
Winter mode, winter mud mode, frozen mud mode.
Where we are.
All right. Well, what else is happening up here in the summit? It looks like there's town cleanup days heading our direction.
We can't clean up the mud, but we can clean up our towns. So coming up here at the end of the month, as things melt out, we're going to start doing our town cleanups. So that's going to be May 31st. Great opportunity to grab some trash bags, go pick stuff up. Man, when it melts out here and everything gets uncovered, it's just... It's grody.
It looks like there's several locations at the end of the month where you can go and do stuff. Blue River, Breckenridge, Dellen, Frisco. I said Dellen, didn't I? Frisco, Silverthorne, and Keystone.
Yep. So they're, great. Your closest town, go chip in. It's definitely a great opportunity. People are out. You get to see a lot of folks and get things cleaned up. So chip in for that. Everybody appreciates it.
So is that what happens? Like the snow melts and just trash comes out?
Oh yeah, because it's not, it just gets buried all winter long, and then it's, stuff on the side of the highway or wherever it might be. So when I was a kid in Breckenridge, they used to do like the town cleanup, and you get a ticket for every bag you brought in. And a couple of my buddies and I, we just went crazy. And then in the raffle, we won like everything: the bike, the ice cream cones. We won it all. It was a little ridiculous.
At least there's something there to do, and you get like a prize or something for it. I think that's cool.
It was really good incentive, and we went out. We were hauling culverts over, and yeah, we were busting our butts.
That's awesome. Well, let's talk some ski news. It looks like there's some tax assessments coming out, and they're supposed to be scary. What are we going to do about it?
Yeah, so it is a little bit. I just got mine in the mail. This guy right here, it's going to look kind of like this. And my property value apparently went up another $500,000, but I don't buy it.
That's huge, though. Okay, so what would do?
So you have a way to go on you can contest this, and you can do an appeal on it. And what I wanted to show everybody today was just how you go about doing that. So I'll share my screen here.
Okay.
When you go into the Summit County Assessor's website, the drop down here, right at the top, services, government, here we go. Going to go down to the assessors section there, and then scroll down, notice of valuation archive search.
Okay.
So I'm going to click on that. And then in here, a little spot for the schedule number. So on your little card that you got here, top right-hand corner, is the schedule number.
Okay.
So I'm going to enter in my schedule number here. So
I probably shouldn't show it. Huh?
That's pretty much public information.
Okay.
And then I'm actually going to do 2023 search, because when I went into the 2025 search, this is what I didn't get, was right here, this information. So this is all the properties that they're using as your comps to compare against the value of your house. How did they come up with the property value. So they used a number of different ones, and they kind of went through each one of these. I went into the MLS to actually look at what each one of these sold for. I could look at the pictures, and essentially I went back to them and I said, okay, these are properties that are in an upscale neighborhood. These are not like my property. So from there, I said, okay, but these properties are better comps. So you have to use the data from within a certain range, that time range, and which is about 2 years back. And you have to provide them with a reason why the comps they used aren't good, and you have to provide them with substitute properties. You got to use, you got to use some logic and reason with them. They're not going to just be like, just because you don't like it. And sometimes it comes through and it's really, it's probably pretty accurate. I think the hardest thing is it used to be that those property values, the tax assessed property values were much lower than market value.
Okay.
Now they are at market value, or in some cases like mine, I know my house isn't worth what they're saying it's worth. So I couldn't get that in today's market value. So that doesn't seem fair to me.
Okay.
No.
Can I ask a dumb guy question then?
Go for it.
So you said there's a date range I need to look at. Is there also a distance range that they're concerned with? Most of these are under 1.5 miles away from you.
Yeah, it's got to be a relevant comparable property. I live in Dillon, something in Breckenridge or Georgetown is not going to be something really relevant. That's pretty important.
Okay.
Good question though.
Cool. What else do we need to know about these tax assessments? Are we good on this one?
So there is, on this search page that I went to, there is an appeal page. You can go there and it'll kind of, you can print this up or fill it out, and that's the form that they want you to do that with. And then you can attach any data that you have that might support what you think the value should be. I got mine down about $140,000 last time. So it can be, worthwhile.
Well, that moves us into the next part of the show, and that's our market in a minute.
All right. So I decided today I was going to go in and I was going to ask ChatGPT some questions. So I went to ChatGPT. As you can see, I've been asking it a bunch of questions here today. But the question that I had was, what is the market insight for Breckenridge, Frisco, and Keystone? So just scrolling up here. So we'll look at the Keystone market, what it said. So it said, Keystone real estate market is showing signs of stabilization. In January of 2025, the median sales price was $825,000, a modest 1.2% increase from the previous year. So I jumped into this page and I said, okay, well, let's see what that says. And went over to January. Look at that, $825,000 right there.
Very good.
Pretty much spot on. And then also the appreciation that they were talking about was pretty spot on as well. So the February median listing price decreased by 5.9% year over year, settling at $1 million. So is it right from that data information? Yes, it's correct, but they're looking at small data points. So if we went into this InfoSparks here and you look for the actual number of sold listings, some of these data points that they're using doesn't really have that many sales. So one sale in that could skew that number quite significantly. So there needs to be some interpretation. Is that information correct? Yes, it is, but you need to be able to interpret that. So anyway, and then they said that the town offers more flexibility on short-term rentals. True. Compared to other Summit County communities, which this may appeal to investors. Additionally, Keystone has potential for new residential construction. A lot of new residential construction going on in Keystone, mostly multifamily condos, not single family, and that's potentially increasing housing options for the near future. So some truth in that for sure. And then I was like, hey, ChatGPT, am I going to have a job? Are you going to replace me? So on some of the what it said was some of the basic tasks like scheduling showings, answering FAQs, generating property descriptions. They already do that. And then the data analysis stuff, it's got that, and some client interaction stuff with the chat bots and stuff. But where it can't replace us, local expertise, mountain towns like Breckenridge, Frisco, Keystone, highly nuanced markets. Knowing trail access, HOA quirks, short-term rental restrictions are all things that the AI is not going to pick up on, at least not in the near future on that. Plus human relationships and all that good stuff, on the ground presence, etc. So it sounds like I get to keep my job for a little bit longer.
Yeah, AI is not going to live there.
No, it's not going to live here, and it's just not going to be able to share a lot of the little quirks of being here and what our real estate market entails. And, there's a lot of things it can do. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty wild to follow along on.
Well, that moves us into our listing of the week. And this week we have a $980,000 place. This is 530 Tennis Club Road in Keystone, Colorado.
Yeah, so this one actually is a new listing we just brought on. Super cool area. It's a 3-bedroom little tennis club townhome style condo, and great location. There's a shuttle bus really close by, so you can just take that over. 5 minutes, you're at the base of the ski area. Pretty easy to access the resort. So
we're looking uphill.
There you go.
And
yeah,
there's the buildings.
Surface parking there, quiet, backing up to open space.
Very nice. Let's take a look at it. I got to get zoomed in just a little bit. Does that look all right?
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right.
So that's the living area. You got this nice covered deck right out that, a sliding glass door there. So you got really nice kind of outdoor spaces.
This is a condo?
It's a condo, townhouse style condo. So it's just kind of the way it's deeded, but open floor plan. They did a really great job of the way they
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah. New paint, great flooring. Kitchen's been all redone in this. Yeah. I think this is a really, really good looking one. So,
yeah, this is so nice. I love the railing and everything.
Yeah,
else.
they did this cable railing in there, which I thought was really smart, because there's a step down, so you got to protect people, but it's nice and open.
Yeah.
So really good choice of the colors. The fireplace is really cozy in there.
Everything about this is cozy. I love this entire space.
The open beams.
Bunks.
Yeah, you got some bunks in there. That's kind of, we're calling that the 3rd bedroom. It could definitely be
Like
a
a
lot
bed,
more
sir.
potential, but
Yeah.
it's technically not a 3rd, but it's
Hey, we have laundry too. Nice.
laundry's a good, that's a big deal up here. Being able to have some of these
The
rentals.
shower. Look at that. It's all tiled in.
They did a nice job remodeling that. Huge tall ceilings.
How big is this place?
It is 1,450 square feet, so it's
This is
pretty big.
big.
Yeah, it's a good size one.
There's a lot going on in there. It's big,
Yeah.
and there's lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, and you've got, you're on the end of the building, so you don't have anybody above you, below you. You just one shared party wall. So, and then some great amenities too. Bus stops right nearby.
What is this? Is this a bus stop?
Yep, that's the shuttle stop. So
okay.
You wait out of the weather.
There's like a bridge over some
stream. Little creek. Yeah, some good trails right nearby too. So all that area behind is all national forest and open space, and swimming pool. So
I like this. I like this a lot.
Yeah, it's a great looking one. It's listed for $980,000. Just brought on the market. It's definitely worth checking it out. So if anybody has any questions or wants to check that out, give us a shout. Well, thank you so much for joining us for the Ski Summit Real Estate Show. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out. And if you have any comments, please plug those in there. Always love the like, the thumbs up, the subscribes, helps us out a ton. But either way, we appreciate you being here, and we hope to see you in the mountains soon.